Good morning. Hope y'all are doing okay. Hope you got your coffee. Look at my mug. Life is better with chickens. So this was sent to me from one of you all. First of all, let me just say I apologize for the live last night being weird and not working and freezing up. I can't believe that I was so excited about that and then it crashed. And then I threw out that video just really quickly to make sure that everybody could see the chicken coop, and it wasn't great either. I'm glad you all seen it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was kind of a disaster. I don't know if I just was, one, I was frustrated about the live. Two, I was exhausted from the day. So all of that combined, it was just kind of weird. So I'm going to take this morning and just give you all a more detailed tour of the chicken coop. Okay, here she is. And again, the color for the coop is a color called Iron Ore by Sherwin-Williams. This is the color of the farmhouse as well. So they match. Justin from East Tennessee Coops done a burn on all of the wood here. Now my wife is also talking about we have the stain. We had purchased a stain to stain all of the wood burn, or stain all of the wood accents to match the color on our house, which is like an ember color. So my wife is still wanting me to possibly stain this, and I think that, and she's right, if we stain all of the wood grain accents, it's gonna pop really well, and then all the lighter color will be that more ember color to match the house. So that's a possibility. Now, someone asked if there was an actual working bell up here. There is not a bell. There are wind chimes up in the top. So super cool. That way, every time the wind blows, it chimes. Now, he's coming back to finish this run. We didn't get there. And then all of the finishing touches for the whole thing. But this run is complete. He's going to come in and do, so like there are some touch-up things, like for instance, this, you see this, but this is just like from transport, that kind of thing. So he'll come in his final little walkthrough and do the little touch-ups here and there. They come in once they got it all leveled and done the skirting all the way around. Our shutters, now you see that these are protected and nothing's getting in these unless they literally chew through this, and I don't know how they do that, but these are between wood, so there's no like getting your hands in here and getting this open. Raccoons. But then also these close and they lock. For ventilation purposes, I don't really do that, and he said rarely would I have to. The only time really would be like in the winter time, get really bad windstorms and stuff. But the ventilation inside is fantastic when it comes, because you have these windows on both sides, all the way down the coop. So, I mean, honestly, it's completely fine. It's not bad at all in there. Now, if we go inside the run here, there are, here is our automatic door from Run Chicken. And it's already open for the morning, so the girls haven't made their way out yet. But I chose to do sand in both of the runs. That's, you know, siftable and cleaner, or that way it's easier to clean. Right now they got some kale in here from the garden, and I threw some of our grub treats in here. Now, he did install vents just so that the underneath it's, you know, got some breeze. Okay, and oh look, and now the girls are starting to come out. Good morning, girls. How are you? Anyway, so the skirting around this area here, once this is done all the way around, what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some hardware cloth, and it will be mounted like here, with some eye bolts, and then we're going to let that skirting come out about, I don't know, yay far, and then we'll cover that. And what that'll do is if something tries to dig underneath here, then it'll prevent them from getting in. There'll be a video I'll post later with Justin, and he explains all of this material, and like the roof, it's like a 50-year roof and all the things. I mean, this is top of the line. So moving inside, this is they call it a closet. I don't know why he's not calling this a vestibule, considering it's a church. Anyway, as you can see, it's not a massive room, but it's a room nonetheless. Here you've kind of got access to your wind chime. That way if it needs taken out or what have you, or repaired. And then you have this room here. So the plan for us for this room, I salvaged these two cabinets, and they fit pretty well, real well right there. Got our tools here. I'm gonna put a little countertop on these. These are top cabinets, but look, I wanted those because they're thinner. We're gonna put a little countertop there, and then these shelves we were gonna use for medicines or treats or whatever we need. And then we have an awesome piece that's going to go here. I can't wait to show it to you. One of our followers who is an amazing woodworker, created it for us. So once she does that, I can't wait to show you that piece. And then over here, I'm probably just going to do like a metal trash can. This is where I'll keep the feed, and all of that. Just for metal will protect it against rodents and all the stuff. So this is kind of like our little vestibule here in the chicken church. Okay, entering into the actual coop portion. Girls are eating their breakfast. I gotta be careful not to step on anyone. So walking in, we have 8 nesting boxes, and those are accessible right here in the top. And he's done latches on the top of each one, so you just latch those, and that will kind of keep those up so you can collect your eggs and not have something fall on your head. Then over here are our roosting bars. And again, this is not like a stuffy building at all. The breeze coming through here, the ventilation, they've thought about everything when it comes to this. I mean, really, they have. So now, when this run is done, the door for this one will be here. And we ordered a Run Chicken door for this one too. So they're those automatic doors. So all of the bedding in the floor here is our hemp bedding from Eaton Pet and Pasture. it's so dust free. It's so easy to sift and maneuver through. I like this a lot. Huge fan of this. Now, also, there's our automatic feeder from Run Chicken. And what I think I've decided to do is the Run Chicken feeder is actually going to be inside the coop. We're going to mount it on the wall. That way there's nothing in the floor of the actual coop. Okay? Then, so that will be in there. And then we're going to do feeders in both runs as well. So they can eat, during the day. I'm going to tie those up though. Now, all underneath here, underneath the roosting bars all of this is a giant brooder. So brooders are already built in. That way, in the future, we get chicks. In the future, we have a sick hen that needs to be isolated, what have you. We have the access to put her still in the coop safely, or the chicks still in the coop safely, and they can go right here. Now, those open, but then also the top of this is doors as well, and they lift up and they snap up here so that you can clean those. Now, these roosting bars, there's something that I asked for specifically, this little feature, and it worked well. I asked Justin if he could make these removable for cleaning, and he done just that. What he done is he built a lip, you see, in each one, so these just kind of fit down in there. It makes it easier for cleaning our waste shelf here. And then it also makes it more accessible to these. So, let's talk about this bedding for a second, because I had some people say, why are you using all of this? Is coffee ground bedding. Literally recycled coffee ground. There's a few reasons that I decided to do that. When I started studying out chickens and like what you use and why you use it, whatever. The chicken bedding that everybody is torn. Do you use sand? Do you use pine shavings? Do you use hemp bedding? Do you use coffee grounds? The chicken world is torn on that. So what I decided to do is I decided to take everything that I liked about each one and go from there. So as you all know, we have sand in the runs. And I think it's, so far, just watching them scratch around in it, that was a good move. The hemp bedding was a blessing from God and from Eden Pet and Pasture. So I was able to use it here, and I love it as well. And now the coffee grounds are here. The benefits to using recycled coffee grounds, one, you can get it fairly cheap, because I literally called our local Starbucks, and they were like, yeah, we'll save it for you, just come pick it up. So at the end of the day, they bag up all their used coffee grounds, and I just picked it up and brought it home. Two, the smell of the coffee grounds deter a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs don't like the smell, so you're not going to have that issue. Three, they smell great. I mean, heck. Who doesn't want their chicken coop to smell like a local coffee shop, right? Anyway, so we just sift through this. It's dry, and we just sift it like cat litter and get all of the waste out of it. I'll bring a bucket in here and just sift through it each day, and then the girls are good to go. So, yep. So that's kind of it. Now we've got girls out there in the vestibule. Anyway, so I hope all of that was a little more detailed. This video is long, but it's got all the features. So hopefully this is better and more what you were looking for. I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. getting ready to head out to church, and we're gonna go get ready. I'm gonna go get ready and head out to church. I love you all, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, see ya.